My name is Jen, and I do not want to mention my last name, for obvious reasons. I am in college, and also I have a part-time job in a puff club at weekends nights, as I always. I must stay hard and keep all cups with full beer every time during my job. Sometimes those clients are watching me with bad intentions, as I am still in my 20s. I keep my style and my beauty. My job is not good pay, and I depend from the tips. Some nights are good, but others not at all. One day on campus, one of my friends told me that one girl was doing good money in OnlyFans as well in the striptease club. However, the best job was in the streets at nights. Usually minibus with expensive cars are coming with much cash. And girls like us can do a lot of money. I was laughing in that moment. We just were walking to the classroom. My friend also told me,
if you are interested to get a really good money in only one night, there is a guy that usually call us to be in a secret place for special party. The only thing that you need to do is to wear a costume with mask and make happy some guests.
I was feeling so uncountable. I am not that kind of person. That's I told her. But she was saying that her little sister is getting rich there, and she is still in the school. I could not believe it. When I was in class, my full attention was not in my teacher. It was the idea that innocent child was doing that kind of things only for money, and the worst thing was that I also need extra money to pay my bills and my rent. As a student, my job is not enough with this guys in the bar, so after some days, I finally decided to ask my friend for this job. It was something weird, but I was excited to get more money and living a crazy experience. My friend just told me that she will put me in contact with them. As well, she was insisting that I need to keep everything in secret. Anyone cannot know anything about this. So until Friday night, I just get an unknown phone call with a mystery voice. This person just give me a password, address, and extra instructions to be punctual, to change my clothing and be ready for the guests. At the beginning, I just thought that it was a simple joke, but with the time I was aware that this was real. When I was walking to this place, I was surprised. I saw a big and elegant mansion in front of me, with other girls waiting in a large line. At the meeting time, someone opened the front gate and gave us access to the interior. We were going to one big room with elegant decoration and some closets. One by one, we started to removing our clothing and put our costume with the face mask. After this, a mystery person dressed as gladiator came to us to introducing.
Welcome to our temple. Tonight will be special. Please do not forget to stay at the back and come out after my show.
This guy just left the room, and one of the security staff started showing us around before the guests arrive. Walking towards the corridor room, I could see that it was a beautiful place. Obviously, the owner must be a rich guy, but what must surprise us was the moment we reached the underground level, that platform in the center with those chairs. And we have to stay there during the show. However, when the guests started arriving, we had orders to go dance with them. It was kind of funny, the idea of dancing with someone you don't know. Oh well, I never saw my friend there. It was the fact that you are alone and you stay there the rest of the night waiting for dinner and the show. We never saw what was happening during the show. We only went after they told us. We just had to take one of them and take him by the hand to go down to the central rooms. It was my first time and I was very nervous. After walking with a person in the fancy mask, we finally got to our room. I simply took off my cloak and was completely naked, and this gentle guy did exactly the same. Only our mask kept us as two complete strangers. Each other, but with just one warm kiss with our masks on. Everything was easier. He simply took me to bed and made me his. I wasn't aware of how long we were there, but we played like children for a long time. When we heard the rest of the couple start to leave, we simply dressed again and left the room. We had to accompany them to the gate, and we went back to the old room to change clothes. At that moment, one of those people arrived with an envelope. I assumed it was the money, but I didn't care. When I returned home, I just opened that envelope to the next day. I couldn't believe there was a lot of money. My friend was right. I can earn a lot more money and never go back to that bar again. For the next week, I met with my friend to talk about my experience, and she was happy to help me. She also insisted on keeping everything a secret. No one cannot know about this. Those people are too powerful, and it is not in their interest for it to be known. Well, I didn't have any problems because of that. For me, it was like a game in which I can win good money. I continued like this for the next few months, going to campus during the week and going to this place on the weekends. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, and that was an advantage for me. I just go to my room to do my homework and study for my exams. It was a double life that someone needs to have to lead a normal life. However, having sexual relations with different people is something that is not entirely okay for me. I come from a religious family, and they expect me to never do that kind of thing, but it's something that no one can know about me. Things started going bad for me when my friend stopped coming to college. At first I thought maybe she was homesick, but over the next few weeks I assumed something is wrong. I have been calling her, but she never answered. I left my text and voicemail still with no answers. The situation got even worse when the news said that many young girls are still missing in a mysterious situation. There are no witnesses or clues for a long time. Something inside me, I was saying that my secret job may be involved with this. I started to feel bad and I didn't know what to do. Especially my friend's father was asking me about her. I didn't know what to do. I just said I don't know anything. Next week, one detective came to ask me some things. I just told him that I was busy, I did not have information. He just gave me his card with his information, and I was feeling scared. In fact, I was not sure what could happen with me in the future. So the only thing that I can do is go to my friend little sister today to get more information, but for my surprise, she was missing too. For next day of my job, I decided to turn off my phone and not pick it up again. That was a terrible mistake. After broke the SIM card and get a new phone, I started to get the same mystery phone call giving me instruction to be there. Something that I replay that I do not want back there anymore, but with the time I was feeling that someone was following. The worst is that I did not know who was trying to get me. As this situation was getting desperate for me, I had to call one of other girls that I meet there. She was telling me that more girls are missing in that house. She did not know how, but they know everything about us. It was better to leave the town and try to get a new life far away from here, but she's still going until get the perfect change to escape. I was in a big dilemma. If I go with the police, I must to say everything that I know. If they control the police, I will be dead. If I do not do anything, could be the same. So was thinking how to make my escape in order to despair like others, but alive for some time. However, one of my friends was trying to calling me. She was yelling and she could not talk. The only thing that she showed me was a picture from the interior of a warehouse with the address. I was so scared. Without more choice, I had to go outside and find a public phone and call the police department from that card that detective gave to me and changed my voice to give them the address. I never lose the hope to save her life. Next day after watching the news, I could not see anything related with my dear friend, but I could not call the police again. So the only thing that I could do is to call them back and give them some instructions to get it in the central cemetery. As I know that place, I know that I will be easy like a game. It was something dangerous, but I need to do something about this. Many people are dead and I want to stay alive. For this I just went to the central cemetery and leave a note in the piece of paper in one of the tombstone on the west side. Later I just make the phone to the police with the appropriated instructions after be sure anyone else was following me. Remember my instructions, I just give the name of the place that other friend was working. The pool bar, a striptease place well known for drunk people who are looking for fun. I was aware that why friend will help that detective to get to that place. As well, I need to help him to get access to the secret room. For that reason, I just gave my friend nickname to find me, or one of the other girls maybe can help me with that. That night, I accepted to be there, and I need to be ready to work as a teen. With that person, everything was ready. I will be a hero tonight. At the moment to get there, I was feeling like a secret agent with my costume and my mask. At the moment when all guests were arriving, my adrenaline was so high. Especially when one of my friends told me that she was with one guy who was asking for me friend nickname. After she gave me his face mask description, I just had my target. After some time in the underground level, I was there waiting with others until the show ends. Later I went so fast to get my guy, and I did it. After getting in the room, I had to do the same with other persons. The point was that we must to wait until all guests start to leave. In my mind, always there was my mission to get him with me to the main secret room in the rooftop. So after we were leaving the room, we just change our face mask with ones that I had with me and run away to the secret door behind the Greek picture to take the elevator. It was my only option to give him the possible weapon to protect me and others. In the front desk, After giving the map with the instructions, I had to come back to make a distraction to leave freeway to my partner to run away without problems. As soon as I got back to the central hall, without any cameras, I just activated the fire alarm and run as far as possible until coming back to rest. In the way back, I just put me back my original mask and get lost with the rest. Now I was sure that I did it the right thing. At the moment the fire truck was arriving at the front gate, I just get inside before someone else can see me. It was too simple for me. Only wait until the situation was clear and the truck was leaving the mansion with me inside. I was feeling so good. I was clear that I was a hero and I just had to find a place to hide until this detective can do something about this. Arriving to my ex-boyfriend's home, I had to knock the front door until he opened that door and told him everything, something that he did not want to believe it. But when I showed him the news about the missing people, he just changed his attitude with me and accepted to help. He went to his car and put me inside the truck. I was feeling nervous and the same time saved far away from those people. Probably I will be in the news as other missing person, but the different it will be that I will stay alive and ready to do more things to keep me safe. My ex-boyfriend leave me in one of the motels outside from town. I just decided to get a train to other city and stay there to start a new life. At the same time, I will have to check the news to see how the things are and what happened with my dear friend Nicole. I just hope that she is well and one day I can see her again after all this is done.